Welcome to our Media Center. Hi students, and welcome to the Sonny Carter Elementary School Media Center. We are so excited you decided to stop in today and learn a little more about what we have to offer. Whether you are interested in learning about books and computers or our reading area and game center, there is always lots to do and lots to see in our Media Center. Okay everyone, let's get ready to learn how we can find out what we are looking for in the different areas of our Media Center. When you enter our Media Center, you will see a portrait of a famous Macon native. His name was Sonny Carter, and he was an astronaut for NASA. Your school was named in his memory. Among the many books we have available, there are 5 main sections, each offering a different type of book. First, we will learn about our easy books, then move on to fiction, nonfiction, biography, and reference material sections. Pay attention as we discover what each of these sections has to offer. We will review these again at the end and see if you can help figure out where some of these books belong. This is what is called the easy section. Here, books that consist primarily of picture books are kept. These books are intended for young readers, but can also be a quick, fun read for our older readers as well. These books here may be fictional, meaning they are made up by the author, or nonfiction, meaning they are true stories. Most often, these stories will be made up by the author. Books in the easy section are arranged alphabetically by the author's last name. So, let's say that you were looking for a biscuit book. You would need to look in the C section because the author's last name, Cappuccilli, begins with a C. So as we find our book, there are some important things that we must pay attention to. Every book in the Media Center has a unique call number. For example, an easy book will have an E followed by the first 3 letters of the author's last name printed on its spine. Looking for call numbers is important for a few reasons. First, it allows us to locate our book. It is also important that we pay attention to our call number when we put our books back on the shelves. This way, it is in just the right place for the next person to be able to find it. In our Easy Reader section, we have the Easy Reader Corner, where our media specialist holds story time and reads books to Sonny Carter students. You will notice that the book characters come alive on the murals of the walls in this section. Also over here, we have our large puppet collection and puppet stage, where the older students will often perform shows for the younger students. Now let's explore the fiction section. Books in this section contain stories that are not true. They are made up by the author. Usually, fiction books are chapter books and are used by older students. They are often longer stories and contain far fewer pictures than the books that we can find in the easy section. Books in the fiction section do share some similarities with those in the easy section. They are arranged in alphabetical order by the author's last name and are not true or made up. In our Media Center, we subscribe to a number of magazine titles. Some are for reference materials, such as National Geographic, and some are for fun, such as Sports Illustrated for Kids or Highlights. Magazines are not only educational, but they also provide great entertainment as well. Now, let us review what we have learned. Here is the book, Are You My Mother? There is a colorful picture on each page and on the cover with very few words. Where would we find this book in the Media Center? Did you guess the easy section? If so, that is correct. Great job. Let's continue on our tour by taking a look at the nonfiction section. Nonfiction books are true and are used to gather information on a particular subject. Unlike the other 2 categories that we have looked at, nonfiction books are shelved in numerical order by subject or topic. The Dewey Decimal System is used to categorize or organize books in this section by grouping them into sets of 10. To help us locate easily nonfiction books, Shelf markers are used to direct our search. For example, if we are looking for a book about our school's mascot, the falcon, we would look around the end of the 500 section. 590 is for animals and insects. Don't worry about knowing what each group in the nonfiction section represents. We have a kid-friendly display set up that will help you on your way. Also, don't forget to use the shelf markers. They are a great hint to help you get pointed in the right direction. Now it is time for us to visit the biography section. A biography is a true story or someone's life, written by someone else. In this section, we will find stories about presidents and inventors, actors and athletes, and lots more people you have probably heard of. Biographies are housed within the nonfiction section, but are all grouped together with their own call number, 921, in the Dewey Decimal System. Close to our nonfiction section, we come to our reference section. Here you will find encyclopedias, dictionaries, atlases, and globes. These materials are very special and have to be used inside the Media Center. They are not allowed to be checked out, but are for everyone to share. Let's examine what each of these reference materials have to offer. Encyclopedias are books that span many volumes and tell us true facts and information on various subjects. The call number on an encyclopedia, like any book within the reference section, is an R, or the letters R, E, F. Also, you will see the encyclopedias are numbered and lettered. This information is not only used to keep the books in order, but also to help you find information that is of interest to you. For example, if you are looking for information on dogs, then you would look for the volume that had the letter D printed on the spine. Next in our reference collection, we come across our dictionaries. Dictionaries come in all shapes and sizes. There are student dictionaries, pocket dictionaries, and subject-specific dictionaries. No matter which type you pick up, they all have a few things in common. First, words are arranged in alphabetical order. Also, the word you are looking up will usually be printed in bold with the definition to follow. In some dictionaries, pronunciation guides are used to help you figure out how to correctly say the word. We have several types of dictionaries in our Media Center. Atlases and globes are also available within our Media Center. These are useful in looking at different places around the world. An atlas contains a group of maps, often showing different angles or views of an area. A globe is a map that is round and spins. Spin the globe, place your finger on an area to stop the spinning and see where you've landed. Now, imagine that you are taking a trip. What do you see? You can learn a lot about another country or state simply by knowing where it is located. That completes our reference section. Now let's review. All information found in the reference section is true, also called nonfiction. Encyclopedias, dictionaries, atlases, and globes are all found in our reference section. Reference materials are not allowed to be checked out, but are to be used within the Media Center. That completes our tour of the book sections. We have looked at easy books, fiction books, nonfiction books, biographies, and reference materials. But wait, that's not all we have in our Media Center. Now let's take a look at some of the other resources that we have right here at Sonny Carter Elementary. Our Media Center also has 5 computer workstations available for student use. Whether you are taking an accelerated reader test, looking up a book to check out, or creating a project for class, this area is always lots of fun for our students. Once you have selected your book or completed your assignment, there are several comfy reading areas throughout the Media Center that you will be able to use. Tables, sofas, and big chairs are all places you can spend some free time reading. Also, we have some really neat games in our game center. Be sure to check those out as well. Speaking of checking things out, we do not want to forget to visit the circulation desk to check out our book. To do so, the media specialist will scan your student ID card and scan your book, and then you will be all set. Once you have finished reading your book, you will need to return it to the media center for it to be checked back in and placed back on our bookshelves for other students to find. To do this, you will simply place your book in the book drop. We have now completed our tour of the Sonny Carter Elementary Media Center. Now let's see if you can use what we have now learned to help answer a few questions. In which section would we find a book that is not true, also called fiction, that contains mostly pictures and very few words or text? If you said the easy section, then you are correct. Okay, let's try another one. What is the name of the special section located within the non-fiction section that contains stories of people's lives, such as this book featured here on Amelia Earhart? If you said the biography section, then you are correct. Finally, once you have found a book that you would like to read, what must you do to take it out of the media center with you? If you said check it out, then you are correct. We hope you have enjoyed your visit to the Sonny Carter Elementary School Media Center. Please come back and visit anytime.